Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of Black Atlas Goings On. My name is Kenny, aka Black Atlas, and we are on the next steps of this series putting together the Pit Boss Copperhead Onyx edition. So right now we're going to go ahead and go through the instructions and get this thing put together. So the first step says, well, it doesn't say anything. It just shows pictures. So we are going to have it laying on its back, and we are going to remove the door. So it is already on its back. Let's go ahead and get this door removed. And then the next step is going to be to flip it on its top, so that way we can go ahead and get the legs installed. And it says you will need 12 of the letter B screws, 12 of the letter D screws, 12 of the letter E washers that go around the screws, and a screwdriver. So we're going to get this flipped up on its top and then get everything that we need. Okay, step one we already did. We went ahead and took the door off of the smoker. And then step two, we stood it on its head. We are going to get the 4 legs, and then we are going to get 12 of the letter B screws, 12 of the letter D washers, 12 of the letter E washers, and a screwdriver. So let's go ahead and get the materials that we need: the legs, the washers, the screws, and the screwdriver. Here's the washers and the screws. Let me get the legs and the screwdriver. Okay, we got the first 4 screws with the washers on there. So let's go ahead and get that leg put on. All right, that first leg is on there tight. So I will come back to y'all when the rest of the legs are on. Okay, so we got all 4 legs on there pretty sturdy and secure. So the next step is to put the sign on the front that has Copperhead on it. And the screws that we are going to be needing, we need 4 letter C screws, 4 letter F as in Frank washers, and 4 G as in girl washers. So let's go ahead and get that plate put on, and then I'll be right back at you. Okay, so we got this in place. So we are going to go ahead and get it screwed in, and then we are going to move on to the next step. So I'll bring you all back when we are done screwing this in. Okay, I got this front plate put on there. So the next step is going to be to put the back bar on there, which is that long bar and that flat C-shaped bar. So we're going to go ahead and get those put together, and then I'll bring you back after that. By the way, the pieces that we need are this long bar right here, and then this little handle looking thing. So there you go. I'll bring y'all back in a little bit. Okay, so I have this bar put together, but I realized that I missed a step. So I have to put on the side plates. They go right here first, and then we'll hook in that bar. And then after that, I think we flip it on its right side. Oh, we got to do the grease trap, which is down here, and then we flip it right side up. So once we get done all of that, I will go ahead and bring y'all back. Okay, so we have it flipped up on its right side. So what we had to do after we flipped it up, after we put the grease tray in, we had to put the lock on the back of the smoker where the pellet release is, which is down here. Say, for instance, you're cooking and you have old pellets in there, and whatever you're going to be cooking next, you don't want to have that same flavor. So what you're going to do is just unscrew this a little bit, lift this up, open that, and all of the pellets come out. So just make sure you have like a bucket or something under there to get that done. All right, let's go back around to the front. Well, I'll be working on the back. So the next step for me is going to be putting on the handle. So the handle and 4B screws. So the handle is right here, and it is going to go on the back of the smoker with the arms down. And we're going to be using 4 letter B screws. So those are right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so these are the last B screws, all 4 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in, and then we'll move to the next step. Okay, the handle is on the back, right where it is supposed to be. And so the next step is going to be gotta turn the page. It's going to be to put on the smokestack. So we are going to spin it back around front ways and set the directions over here. And then we are going to grab the smokestack, and that is going to go right here. And we are going to use 4 C screws. Those are actually the only screws that are left. So let me go ahead and get that placed on there, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so we have the chimney put on there, and then there was also a little extra piece. Let me turn this around so I can show it to you. This piece right here, this is a stopper for the pellet hood. So that way you don't have it slamming back on your chimney or anything. So we got that done. And then the next step is going to be put the door back on. So let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, so we are going to put the handle on the door and the latch on the smoker itself. So when the door closes, it is sealed. So let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, so we have the latch put on the door right here. It is nice and tight. And then it locks it nice and airtight. So the next step is we're on the home stretch now. We're about to start putting the rack holders in. So let's go ahead and get that done. And then I will be back after I get all of the rack holders in before I put the racks in. Okay, so we have the racks inside of here. Well, the rack holders inside of here now. So we are going to start putting those other things that I had a lot of not knowingness of what it was. We're going to start putting those in there. All right, so the first thing we are going to put in there is that big black box, and it has the word front written on it. So that is this box right here. Not sure if you can see the word front, but I have the word front on there. So let's go ahead and get that put in. And it goes right there in those grooves. And the next thing we are going to put in is going to be, it looks like the water pan. So let's go ahead and get the water pan. It looks like it sits in there, or is that on a rack? Okay, we have the black box in the bottom of there. And next we are going to put the water pan in, and there is a ledge right here where the water pan sits. And also inside of the water pan, it says make sure water pan is always 3/4 full of water during smoking. Failure may cause fire. So make sure you do that. Always have water or liquid in there. So that is in there. And then the next thing we are going to put in, it looks like, is the deflector plate. And that is over here. Okay, we got the deflector plate in there. We got the water pan in there. And so the next step we are going to be doing is putting the racks in there. Here we go. Okay, all of the racks are in. Everything is in and put together. Yeah. So everything is good to go. So that has been, here we go, done with that. Let's go ahead and get these stickers off. Okay, there you have it. That was the assembly of the Pit Boss Copperhead Onyx Edition vertical smoker. So the next video that we make is going to be the seasoning of the smoker. And then after that, we'll do a video of the first cook. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Kenny, aka Black Atlas. And until the next video, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to do any of those, but it does help out the channel, so I appreciate it. So until the next time, I'll catch y'all on the flip side.